Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my show. Welcome to Mighty for Reals Point. Now, this is your weekend predictions, Premier League predictions show. Like I said, we're going to be doing this every Saturday. And if you're a man who fancies an ACCA every weekend, every Sunday, you know, this show is probably the show that, you should put in line to watch every weekend. I do have good knowledge of what I'm talking about. Well, it's a full program today. We've got all Premier League teams playing this weekend, and we've got the Championship, League One, League Two, and all over Europe teams are playing. But I want to concentrate on the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to give you my predictions for what I think is going to be a fantastic weekend of football. Well, I decided to do this sitting here in the car. I wanted to take you outside, but the weather is not very, very, very nice. It looks like winter's around the corner. So I'm just going to do this in the car, guys. And after I do this, I'll go and get on with my business. Anyway, I'm going to go through all the games that are going to be played in the Premier League. And these are my predictions. You could follow them or they could guide you in whatever you're doing. But this is what I think is going to happen. So the first game we're going to talk about is Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Now, I think this is going to be a draw, 1-1, a London derby. Two teams that don't want to lose this game. So I think this will be a 1-1 draw. We've got Luton versus Wolves. I think Wolves will beat Luton. I think Wolves will get their first win of the season. They've been playing well, but they just don't seem to put teams away. And they've got beat, but they've played really, really well. But I think this will be their first win. I really do. The next game will be Man City versus Nottingham Forest, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody can predict that. It's going to be a home win. It's going to be Man City winning that game. And I think they're going to win it in style. I think they're going to go and score loads of goals. So my prediction for that one will be Man City 4, Forest 1. I think Forest have got a goal in them. They will get a goal. They will score a goal, ladies and gentlemen. I think they will score a goal. But I don't think they've got anything to give me a fight. I think City are going to be too good for them. City will, I think they're going to win this easy. And Haaland should score two goals, 2 or more goals. That's my tip for Haaland. 2 or more goals. Midweek, I was surprised. They played one of the smaller clubs in Europe, and Haaland didn't score. I was very, very surprised, but I think this is the game when he scores 2 or more goals. I'm tempted to say he might get a hat-trick, but the Premier League is a tough animal altogether. But he should get at least 2 goals at home. So Man City to win that one 4-1. The other game is Brentford versus Everton, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Brentford are a very good team, especially at home. And Everton are just hanging on, ladies and gentlemen. For me, going forward, they have nothing to offer. They're just a typical Sean Dyche team. They'll fight, they'll give you fight and everything, but I don't think they have the quality to win games away in the Premier League. So for that reason, I think Brentford wins this one 2-1, ladies and gentlemen. That's my prediction for that game. The other game is Burnley versus Man United. Now, in these predictions, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have a few predictions that might shock you. They will shake you up. I think in this one, Burnley versus Man United, Burnley will get their first win, ladies and gentlemen. I'm backing Burnley to win their first game. And they're going to do it against Man United, ladies and gentlemen. That's my prediction. That's my prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Burnley to win 2-1. United have got so much on their plate, ladies and gentlemen. There's infighting, there is poor form, they're losing games. I think they've not won their last 4. Burnley can play. They're a footballing team. They can play they play football. They'll put it down, they'll make the runs, they'll go in behind United. The United defense for me is a joke. I think anyone who drives through them can score. And Onana, I think it was a big mistake letting De Gea go and signing Onana. He's never played in the Premier League. Now, he made mistakes during the week. Now, this is the Premier League game. I think it's going to be too close to the game that he made mistakes in during the week, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's not going to be a good one for Onana. I predict that Burnley will win this one, ladies and gentlemen. They will get their first win. 2-1, I'm predicting. And now, those are the Saturday games, ladies and gentlemen. And I think the second part of this show today, I need to talk about the games that are going to be played tomorrow. I think for me, they are the better games as a football fan to watch. And we have one of the big games of the season. If you're a person who follows English football, one of the big games on the calendar is being played on Sunday, and I'm talking about the North London derby, ladies and gentlemen. I think Arsenal versus Tottenham. I think Arsenal are just going to scrape through, ladies and gentlemen. I think they're just going to scrape through. It's going to be an entertaining game, loads of goals in this, and I think Arsenal will win 3-2. I think it's going to be tight. Both teams will score goals, but I think eventually Arsenal will have a little bit too much for Tottenham because they've got they're at home, they've got home support, and for that reason I think they win this one 3-2. But it might as well be a 2-2, but I'm tipping 3-2 for Arsenal, and that's the biggest game this weekend. So it's on the same time when the Chelsea game is on. So I don't know what I'm going to do, 2 o'clock. I don't know what's happening, but if Chelsea bore me like they've been boring me, I'll be watching the North London derby, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm tipping Arsenal to win that one 3-2. Very exciting game. The other game I'm going to cover on Sunday is Brighton versus Bournemouth, ladies and gentlemen. Brighton got found out in Europe yesterday that, yes, in the Premier League they've been getting results here and there, but I think if you run at them, they give you loads of chances. They try to play football and that. And I think in Europe they got found out. But they've got Bournemouth at home. I believe they'll beat Bournemouth because Bournemouth are just one of the worst teams in the league. They can't score goals. They've got Dominic Solanke, ex-Chelsea academy player. I don't think he can score goals at this level. So I think Brighton will come back to winning ways. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm tipping Brighton to win this one 3-1. Ladies and gentlemen, Brighton will win this one 3-1. They will win again. And it comes to the game that I'll be concerned a lot because this is a big game. I'm talking about the Chelsea versus Villa game. This is a big game for Chelsea. If Chelsea lose this game, I think it's a full-blown crisis, and things are not going to be pretty at Stamford Bridge for the manager, for the players, and the owners. I think Bole has had the honeymoon is over. We continue these mediocre games, the fans are going to turn on him, and I'll be the first one to turn on him because of the mistakes he's done, you know. But we've got this game, Chelsea versus Aston Villa, and ladies and gentlemen, this is another shock. I don't think, watching Chelsea, I don't think they can beat Villa. On paper, for me, Villa, I think I've got the better team, more experience. Yes, they got found out in Europe as well. They lost in Poland to one of the lesser teams in Europe. But they did rest a couple of players. I believe some of the players were on the bench. And I think that was a big mistake by Unai Emery. He will not make the same mistake away to Chelsea. I think I'm tipping Villa to beat Chelsea 2-1, ladies and gentlemen, at Stamford Bridge. It hurts me to say that, but I think Chelsea will lose this game. I don't see them beating Villa. The other game I have to talk about is Liverpool versus West Ham. Easy win for Liverpool, 3-1. They should be too strong for West Ham at Anfield. So that's a 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. The last game in the domestic program in England, Sheffield United versus Newcastle. I'm tipping Sheffield United to beat Newcastle because Newcastle have been mediocre. I think this year they will struggle playing in Europe and playing over the weekend. I'm tipping Sheffield United to win that game 2-1, ladies and gentlemen. Sheffield United should shock Newcastle and win their first game of the season. They've been playing very well. They just didn't get the results. I think they win that one 2-1. So that ends the program, the domestic program in England. But on the continent, I picked out one game, and that's the Madrid derby in Spain. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. Now, I'm going for a score draw in this one because I'm not convinced by either teams. And I think it's going to be a hard-fought 1-1. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are my tips for the weekend. If you want to follow them, you can follow them. If you think otherwise, it's your prerogative. But from me, those are my tips. If you like my predictions, my show, give us a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, ladies and gentlemen. I better go and put the aka on. Respect. Until the next time, I'm out.